Good morning, all. I hope you're able to hear me, right? Just tell me yes in the chat box. Okay, that's good. So, next. Sharing my screen. Are you able to see my screen? Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, then we're good to start. So I've sent you a PDF, right? So you can have that. As I told you, I'll be discussing few previous year problems. So from that, we will take out different ideas, and then we'll have a discussion. See, the most important thing is I want more of discussion rather than one side talking. So you also have to come up with different ideas. We will try to experiment and see, and we will try to solve. See, the main objective is solving a single problem in different ways. Okay, so that is my main objective. It is not about the number of problems that we are trying to solve. It is about the way we are trying to approach a particular problem and thinking of different concepts in a single problem. That is what my main objective is. Okay, so we will get started. So I'm putting all of you on mute. So all of you are on mute. Only when you need to speak, you just unmute yourself, and again after you finish, you mute yourself. Okay. So it is difficult for me to control this aspect. So you do it. Don't unnecessarily unmute yourself or switch on your video. We'll get started. So if you look at the PDF which I've sent you, there are certain questions I have marked. You're able to see, right? There are certain questions I have marked. These are all the questions which we are going to discuss. So we can get started with the first problem. So we'll get started with the first problem. So can someone give me an idea of how to approach the question is?
So you can use sin A, sin B formula.
Sin A, sin B. Okay, sin A, sin B means what are you going to do?
So you you can take sin 30 and sin 70 and then use sin A, sin B and then multiply it with sin 50.
And multiply it with sin 50. So sin A, sin B means what is the formula you are going to apply?
So cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B by 2.
Is it A plus B?
Oh no, it's the other way around.
So okay. And moreover, when you have product of two signs, it is going to be cos A, cos C minus cos D. You told plus. Okay. So that's not okay. If you try in that way, do you think you will get the answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is one way. Let's have the approaches. Anyone else with any other idea? Sham, can you come up with some idea? I'll show you. You have the question in front of you.
1 second, sir. I'm thinking.
Yeah. Shruti, in the meanwhile, can you try? Saitya, you can switch off the video now. Okay, as of now, let's proceed with what Rohan has told. So I'm showing my screen. So Rohan, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir.
So what did you say? The question is sin 10 degrees, sin 30, sin 50 degrees, and sin 70 degrees, right? What is that you were saying? Sin 30, we can leave it as it is. Sin 30 is a known value. I'll write it as half. Then what all did you want to combine?
So you can combine sin 10 and sin 70.
Okay. Why did you want to take them?
So because if you add sine 10 and sine 70, then you get sine 80
80,
by 2, which is yeah. So which is
40.
then if you subtract, you get 60 by 2, which is 30. So it's a known angle.
Okay. So let's try and see. So what is the formula we need to apply? Cos of?
A minus B plus
Okay.
cos
Cos
of
of
A.
A minus B means which one you want to take it as A? So
Sir,
cos.
actually you can take
uh,
anything as A, sir, because A minus B
okay.
means since cos of a negative value is positive, so it doesn't matter.
So cos of, okay. Cos of A minus B. Okay. I'm taking 60 minus cos. What should I take? Are you there?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Tell me. So cos 60 minus cos
Uh, cos 30.
30. We have already 60. Are you saying it's what is the formula then?
So
Okay,
formulas,
what is the formula for 2 sin A sin beta?
you're right, sir, you're right.
Then you have to add them, right? By you're doing by 2.
Nice.
Then what are we supposed to do? Then cos of
30
70
degrees.
minus, so it is going to be cos 80. So into
Uh,
cos 50 degrees. Then what are you planning to do? Again, is it not a headache that you have to multiply these two? Again, you have to apply the formula. Did anyone else come up with any idea? Santosh, can you?
Fine, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Not wasting much time. Let's go. See what we can do is sine 30 is a known value, right? So sine 30 is going to be,
Sir,
yeah,
sir,
Darun, tell me.
sir, why can't we make sine 90 minus a, sir, using that one?
Sine 90 minus a, what are you going to do? For which one?
For sine 10 degrees, sine 50 degrees, and 70 degrees.
Okay.
So then we can make it in the form 2 sine A sine B form after simplification.
That's what we have done. It's 2 sin a sin b formula only what we have done. So if you multiply and divide it with
No,
2,
sir,
2
sine 2A, sir. And we can bring it to sine 2A form.
okay, but which one are you planning to make it as sine 90 minus?
Everything, sir, except sine 30 degrees.
Okay, you're planning to do, okay, that's a good idea. Let's try and see. So sine 10 degrees, sine 30 degrees. So sine 30 is going to be half. So sine 50, you want to write it as cos 50. Sorry, cos 40.
So 40. Yes, sir.
But you don't have any combination. No? Cos 40, there is going to be sine 70. How are you going to get sine to a formula? There's sine 10 and there's cos 40. No chance, no?
Yeah.
Right? So this is where we get stuck. So I'll tell you. See, for this problem, no, what you can do is there is the so sine. Darun, mute yourself. So sine 30 is can be written as half. Sine 10, leave it as it is. If you look at 50 and 70, they are close to a known value, that is nothing but 60 degrees, right? So you can write it as sine of 60 minus 10. So 50 can be written as sine 60 minus 10, and 70 can be written as sine of 60 plus 10. Okay. So if I take 10 degrees as theta, if 10 is taken as theta degree, then it will be of the form sine A, sine of 60 minus, sorry, sine theta, sine of 60 minus theta into sine of 60 plus theta. So there is a shortcut formula for it. Remember this, sine theta into sine of 60 minus theta into sine of 60 plus theta can be directly written as 1 by 4 times sine 3 theta. There's a basic formula that we have. So half is already there. So half into 1 by 4 into sine 3 theta is there, right? Theta you substitute as 10 degrees. So sine 30 is going to be half. So you will get it as 1 by 2 into 1 by 4 into sine 30 is going to be half. 2 into 4, 8 into 2 is going to be 16. So the answer will be 1 by 16 to this problem. So what you have to learn from this is the shortcut. So this can actually be derived. Okay. So is there anyone having a doubt?
So can you repeat that formula?
Which one? Yeah, you can make a note of it. Sine theta into sine 60 minus theta into sine 60 plus theta is going to be a shortcut. When to use this? This is the question. Okay. So when you see this problem, if you look at the advantage of it, this 50 and 70, they are on either side of the known value. What is that? That is 60, right? So that is why I used it as 60 minus 10, and I wrote this as 60 plus 10. You can ask me why did I write 10? So I wrote the 10 because there is a 10 here. Okay. So for this formula to be applicable, you need to have a sine theta which is multiplied with sine of 60 minus theta and sine of 60 plus theta. Okay, this formula is used most of the times. Okay, but yeah, Rohan, the method you told we can solve it. It is going to be a slightly lengthy process. That's it. I'm not saying it is not solvable. It is solvable. It's
Sir, I'm not
slightly-
able to hear you, sir.
Others, everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ah. Darun, now you are able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, mute yourself. So is there anyone having a doubt? See, if you interact, I can move, or else time will get wasted. Aditya, you're there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So listen, we'll go to the next problem. So there is also a 2019 question. So here, if you look at the question, what is it? So is there anyone who wants me to tell you formulae, or is there who has any kind of doubt with formulae in this particular chapter? So actually, what I planned is while solving the problems itself, if there are any formulae that I feel important, I thought I'll tell you. That is why I chose these kind of problems. Okay. Now let's see how to do the second one. So the value of cos square 10 degrees minus cos 10 into cos 50 plus cos square 50 degrees. How do you think we can solve this? See, whenever you see cos square, what are all the formulae that comes to your mind? What are all the different ways in which cos square can be written? So if you look at this question, as soon as you see this question, you have, showing my screen. As soon as you see this question, you have a cos square 10 here, you have cos square 50 here, and you have cos into cos. So what comes to your mind?
So can we square it? Make it a minus b whole square.
Which one will you make a minus b the whole square?
A is cos 10, b is cos 50.
Okay.
So we can add and subtract cos 10.
But again, will it not be a tedious process? Because when you do cos, see, for example, I understand what you're trying to say. You're saying that you want to write it as cos 10 degrees plus cos 50 degrees the whole square minus
Minus, sir.
minus
Cos
2
10
cos
minus-
10 cos 50, and you already have a minus cos 10 cos 50.
Sir, it will be cos 10 minus cos 50 the whole square.
But you don't have 2 in between, no?
We can subtract and add.
That's what I did. So you want to write it as cos 10 minus cos 50. eh?
Yes, sir.
I don't think it is going to make much difference. But do you think this is going to save your time? Again, see, what will happen is you will have two processes. One is you have to apply cos A plus cos B here, and you have to apply cos A minus cos B here. Is it not going to be tedious again?
Yes.
So whatever is the result here, you have to do the reverse process in this particular box. Right? So it is going to become tedious again. So what can we do? Arvind, can you come up with the idea? See, generally, whenever you see cos square, in case of, see, what I'll suggest is don't look at them like a trigonometry problem. The reason I started with this is, we know that trigonometry is applicable everywhere. If suppose the same question was with an integral in front of this whole thing. So if it was integral, then how will you start thinking? That is how you need to think. So is it possible for us to do integral of cos square? So whenever you have integral of cos square, what is that we think of?
So you do 1
Half-
minus
half
cos
angle
square.
formula.
That's what. So you need to write it as 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Right. So you can write it as, so 1 plus cos 2 theta is going to be 2 cos square theta. So this 2 will come this side. So cos square theta will be written as 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. If that is the case, then how can we write it as 1 plus, this can be written as, so I've already solved it. Let's see. So what we can do is, cos square 10 degrees, I'm going to write it as 1 plus cos 20 by 2. Okay. So here I have multiplied and divided with 2 so that it becomes cos 60 plus cos 40 divided by 2. Because cos into cos means cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. So cos A plus B means cos 60 degrees minus plus cos A minus B is going to be 40 degrees plus this cos square 50 can be written as 1 plus cos 100 degrees divided by 2. Right. So what I've done is I've taken this 1 by 2 and cos 60 is going to be half. Half divided by 2 is going to be 1 by 4 with a minus sign. That is why this minus 1 by 4 and this 1 by 2 I've taken here. So there are 2 halves minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 into, you have cos 100 degrees, sorry, 1 by 2 into you have cos 20 minus cos 40 plus cos 100 degrees. So these three are left out. So when you try to solve this particular quotient, what do you get? So 1 minus 1 by 4 is going to give you 3 by 4 plus half into, again I have applied the formula. So I have taken these two. Sorry, I didn't take these two, I have taken the first and the last because cos C plus cos D is more comfortable. So when you take these two, you are going to get 2 cos of 60 degrees into cos of 40 degrees. But cos 60 is going to be half, this and this will get cancelled. So 1 into, there is going to be cos 40 minus cos 40, this whole term will get become 0. So the answer you are left out with is 3 by 4. Okay. So this is the idea which we can follow in this question. So is it clear? Is it clear? See, generally what we can do is, you don't waste much time writing, concentrate here. You can just take the ideas alone so that we can discuss the problems first. You don't sit and write the complete solution. I'll share this PDF with you once the class is over. Whatever I've written, I'll share it with you. You can make a note of it. Just take the ideas. Our whole concept is to discuss the ideas. Okay. Now, can I proceed to the third problem? Okay. See, now look at the third question. So, there's a good one actually. If the lengths of the side of a triangle are in AP and the greatest angle is double the smallest, then the ratio of the length of the sides of the triangles. So, what he has told us, there is a triangle. There is a triangle, right? And the length of the sides of the triangle are in AP. So length of the sides of the triangle, if I take them as ABC, then 2B is equal to A plus C. Okay. Secondly, the greatest angle, so greatest angle, where will it be? It will be opposite to the side which is of greatest length. So if I assume something to be like this, A is less than B is less than C, then the one which is opposite to C is going to be the greatest angle. So C. So the greatest angle, what is it? Greatest angle is double the smallest. Okay. Then the ratio of the length of the sides of the triangle is what? So how can we proceed? So you have only one mathematical equation in your hand, that is nothing but 2B is equal to A plus C. This is the only formula that we can derive from arithmetic progression. So first of all, can you tell me, is it only a trigonometry based problem or is it a combination of any other concept also?
So we can use sine rule.
You can use?
Sine rule.
Very good. So what does sine rule state?
So the length of the side divided by sine
Okay.
of the
A by sin A
is equal to B by
B by
sin
sin is equal to C by
C by
sin
sin
C
C equal to K.
is equal to K, right? See, but generally, do you know what does this K represent? Can someone tell me what is this K? This K is actually going to be 2R. Make a note of it. So make this ideas note. This 2R means the area of, diameter of the circumcircle of this particular triangle. So if I take a circle around this, then if the radius of the circle is going to be R, then this constant is given as 2R. Okay. So this is from the concept of properties of triangles. You would have learnt in your supplementary. Right? So if you use this concept, where are we supposed to apply this? Aditya, can you proceed? So what else is the other information he has given? He has told something about the angles. The greatest angle is double the smallest. So since I have taken A is less than B is less than C, out of see we know that C is going to be the greatest angle. Now which is going to be the smallest angle? Someone you can type also. So which is going to be the smallest angle? Opposite to smallest side. According to what I have considered, what is the smallest side? So A. So angle A is going to be small. So what are we supposed to write according to the question? The greatest angle is double the smallest. So C is equal to 2A. Then the ratio of the length of the triangles. So if you know C is equal to 2A, can you tell me something about B? Because I want everything in terms of one parameter. How will B be 3A? No. Oh, you are writing in terms of A. Okay. Yeah, what you told is right. No, it is not going to be 3A because this is A, this is 2A. Then if I take B, then what is B? Now you can get it.
So 5 minus 3A?
It is pi minus 3A, yes. So then B will be equal to pi minus 3A. So these are all the known parameters. Mark this as an important problem because you have many concepts clubbed in it. Okay, and there's a good one also. So these are all the concepts. When you have these concepts and start solving it, see how it goes. So as I told you, A by sin A is equal to 2R means you can write B is equal to 2R sin B, right? So the sin B goes to the other side, so it can be written as 2R sin B. So I wrote it as 2 into 2R sin B is equal to 2R sin A plus 2R sin C. So 2R will get cancelled. 2 into, I've taken C as theta. Sorry, I've taken A as theta. Just a minute. Sorry, I've taken C as theta. Then what will happen? It will be 2 into sine of. No, sorry. So I've taken the smallest angle as theta. So once I take the smallest angle as theta, here we have observed. So what is that we got? We got B is equal to pi minus 3A. So B is equal to pi minus 3 theta and C will be equal to 2 theta and A is going to be theta. When we substitute everything here, what is going to happen? You will have 2 into sine 30 is equal to sine theta plus sine 20. So sine theta plus sine 20 means you can. So here don't be in a hurry to apply the formula of 2 sine A plus B by 2 and sine A minus B by 2. Sorry, cos A minus B by 2. I tried in that way, it was going lengthy. Don't do it. So here 2 into sine 3 theta, what I did is I wrote it as 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. So sine theta I left it as it is. Sine 2 theta can be written as 2 sine theta into cos theta. So what is going to get cancelled? So sine is going to get cancelled because you can cancel it only when that particular parameter is not equal to 0. So sine theta cannot be equal to 0 because if sine theta is 0, then theta should be either 0 degrees or Sorry, degrees or pi radians. This is what is supposed to happen. In a triangle, this is not possible. So sine theta cannot be 0. So when we do this, you will be left out with 3. You will be left out with 3 minus 4 sine square theta. So 2 into 3, 6 minus 8 sine square theta is equal to, this is going to be 1 plus here you are left out with cos theta. So 1 plus 2 cos theta. So again, since we have a cos theta here and you have sine square theta here, we know that sine square can be written in terms of cos square so that you will get a quadratic equation. So when you write it sine square as 1 minus cos square, then 6 minus 1 I got it as 5. So minus 8 minus of minus plus 8 cos square theta is equal to this 2 cos theta is left out here. Now what will happen? 8 cos square theta, this 2 cos theta comes to the other side, minus 2 cos theta, plus 5 minus 8 is minus 3. So 8 into 3 is going to be 24. The factors with respect to the middle term are minus 6 and 4. So I wrote it as 8 cos square theta minus 6 cos theta plus 4. Okay, this plus 4 cos theta minus 3 is equal to 0. Now we can combine these two. So 4 cos theta into 2 cos theta plus 1 minus 3 into 2 cos theta plus 1. So cos theta will be equal to 3 by 4 and cos theta is equal to minus half. But why is minus half rejected? Why did we reject minus half? Can someone tell me? If you want to tell, unmute yourself.
So theta will become more than 90.
Why? If it is more than, say, theta is 120 degrees, it's an obtuse angle triangle.
So it
But
cannot,
why?
the other angle is 2 theta.
Yeah, the other angles will become more. The other angles, since theta is taken as the smallest angle, other will be more than 180 degrees. That's right. So that is why we are eliminating this. So cos theta will be equal to 3 by 4. But what is the question? They are asking about the ratio of the sides. So sides are A is to B is to C. But A can be written as 2r sin A, B is 2r sin B, and this 2r sin C. 2r gets cancelled. Since A is taken as theta, it can be sin theta is to sin 3 theta is to sin 2 theta. Right? So again, sin 3 theta, if you apply the formula of 3 sin theta minus 4 sin cube theta, so the common is going to be sin theta. So here you are left out with 1 is 2. 3 minus 4 sin square theta is to 2 cos theta. We know the value for cos theta. Cos theta is 3 by 4. Then what will sin theta be? So when you apply the right angle triangle and find it out, you will get sin theta as root 7 by 4. Then sin square theta will be 7 by 16. When you substitute everything and solve, you will get 1 is to 5 by 4 is to 3 by 2. Multiplying with 4 on both the sides, you get 4 is to 5 is to 6. So it is going to be option E. It is slightly a lengthy problem, but a very good problem. Okay. So I hope it is clear. Yes, it's clear. Okay. So as I told you, you need not sit and copy the solutions. If you are clear, I'll proceed to the next problem. I'll share this PDF with you. Okay. Next. So next is this problem. If cos of alpha plus beta is equal to 3 by 5 and sine of alpha minus beta is equal to 5 by 13, where alpha and beta lie in the range of, so they have the domain value as 0 to pi by 4, then what is the value of tan 2 alpha? If you look at this problem, no, if you go down, it's page number 463, that is the third page in the PDF. If you see, look at the ninth problem which I am marking here. This was asked in 1979 for a 4-mark question. The same question got repeated. It is exactly the same question, if I am not wrong. Both alpha, it's the same. So there is a repetition of this. Anyone with an idea? I'll do one thing. I'll just give 2 minutes time for every problem for you to think. Arvind, any idea how to proceed?
So,
Yeah.
so you can take like alpha plus beta is equal to cos inverse 3 by 5.
Okay.
Then alpha minus beta is equal to 9 into 5.
Okay.
Then if you add them both, you get 2 alpha is equal to cos 5 plus 9 inverse 5 by 30.
Your voice broke, Rohan. So alpha plus beta will be cos inverse of 3 by 5. Alpha minus beta will be sin inverse of 5 by 13. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
That's what you. Okay. Then.
So then you add both of them.
So instead of adding them directly, can you do something else there? See, see what you told is a good idea. Instead of directly adding them, because one is going to be cos inverse, other is going to be sin
So
inverse.
you can
Instead of
convert to tan inverse. Like,
sorry, no?
you can convert to tan inverse.
Which one will you convert to tan inverse? Okay, both of them you'll convert to tan inverse. Okay, that's a good idea. Yes, that's right. That's a good idea. So alpha plus beta will be equal to cos inverse of 3 by 5. Alpha minus beta will be equal to sin inverse of 5 by 13. So cos inverse of 3 by... Yeah, Darun, tell me.
Sir, we can consider this to be a right angle triangle, sir.
Yeah, it is a right angle triangle. Yes.
Then we can take one angle as A plus B. We can take one angle as A plus B and second right angle to be A minus B.
No, it is not the same right angle. Is it the same right angle triangle? I don't think so. Because see, 3 and 5, 3, 4, 5 are going to be Pythagorean triplets, and 5, 12, 13 are going to be Pythagorean triplets. They both are different triangles. They are not the same right angle triangle. So you cannot apply that concept.
Okay.
Okay. Any other idea? So Rohan, what you told is a good idea. You can proceed and tell me if you're able to get the answer. So but the conversions and all, do it very fast, okay? Don't waste the time in this part.
So I'm getting 63 by 16.
There is an option, right? So
Yes,
tan inverse of 63 by 16. So tan 2 alpha will be 63 by 16. Yes, that's right. So that's the answer, correct. So that's the way even I proceeded, but in a slightly different approach over there. But indirectly, if you see, I've applied the concept of inverse only. So what I've done here is, see, you take sin alpha minus beta as 5 by 13, then tan alpha minus beta is going to be 5 by 12. So it's like the tan inverse concept only. Similarly, when you have cos alpha plus beta is equal to 3 by 5, then tan alpha plus beta will be equal to 4 by 3, just like what we did here. Then this tan 2 alpha, I wrote it like alpha, so tan of alpha plus beta plus alpha minus beta, that's it. So when you apply this, you can take it as tan alpha plus beta plus tan alpha minus beta by 1 minus tan alpha plus beta into tan alpha minus beta. Just substitute the values, you will directly get it as 63 by 16. Okay, so this is where we stop. See, but one point I want to discuss with respect to this problem is, generally what we do is, whenever you have a trigonometry based problems, see, generally for everyone the eyes will go only to two places. So there are two places. So one is you will look at the trigonometric parameters they have given, and secondly you will concentrate on what is the value that is being asked. The most ignored part is this portion. Okay, though with respect to this problem this is not very important, but I would suggest you to understand why it is actually given. Okay, because see, here he has given one important point: alpha and beta both lie in the range of 0 to pi by 4. So alpha is greater than 0, less than pi by 4, and beta is greater than 0 and less than pi by 4. Right. Now, if I add these two expressions, so alpha plus beta, if I add, what is that you will get? You will get it in 0 to pi by 2. So what we can actually conclude from here is which parameter is concerned about alpha plus beta? It is cos. So when you have cos alpha plus beta is equal to 3 by 5, when you want to find the tan out of it, you need to know the quadrant in which it is present. So alpha plus beta is going to be a particular angle, right? So if that is the case, from this concept we can understand that alpha plus beta is going to lie in the first quadrant. Since it is in the first quadrant only, cos alpha plus beta and tan alpha plus beta both are going to be positive. Had this angle been something else, I hope you are able to understand the importance of why they have given it here. Had the angle been something else, there would have been a definite confusion that would have arisen. And to confuse you, what they will do is, once they will give you 63 by 16, another answer might be minus 63 by 16 also. Might be that will be the right answer, but since you ignored this concept, you would have marked the other one. Okay. So tan alpha plus beta is going to be positive. In a similar way, alpha is going to be between 0 to pi by 4. So alpha minus beta means instead of subtracting them, if I subtract them, it is not going to make any sense for me. It will be greater than 0, less than 0. It doesn't make any sense with the inequality. So for that, what we have done is, you multiply with minus sign on both the sides. When you multiply with minus sign, the inequality gets reversed. Right? So it will become minus pi by 4 is less than minus beta is less than 0. Now this value and this value we add and see. So when you add it, you will get minus beta is equal to minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. Okay. So alpha minus beta is also going to belong to alpha minus beta is also going to belong to this particular range. Since this is belonging to the same range, what you can say is sin alpha minus beta is also going to be positive. Okay. Is this concept clear? Are you able to understand this point, why they have given it?
Sir, can you repeat it? Sir, your voice got jammed in between.
Which point? From where should I repeat?
From science.
From the beginning.
Yeah, sir.
See, from the beginning now you're talking about the importance of alpha and beta or the problem itself?
Problem, sir, problem.
See, problem, I'll share it with you. I hope it is self-explanatory. You will understand it easy. I'm just concentrating on why that alpha and beta, the range of alpha and beta is given. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to stress upon.
This part is clear.
Okay, so I hope things are clear. See, I'll tell you why I explained this concept. I'll give you one problem in the end of the session. I want you people to solve it. It is a combination of trigonometry and differentiation, which was asked in 2020. I want you to solve it because there is a confusing answer for that. So that time you will understand why I'm concentrating on this. If this is clear, I can proceed to the next. I'll proceed to the next problem. See, if you're not able to unmute yourself, at least just ping me in this so that I will understand. I'm waiting for your responses. Okay. Okay, next I'll give you 2 more minutes time. You people try the problem and come up with an idea and let me know. Santosh, are you there?
Yes, yes,
Are things clear?
yes.
Okay. If there is any doubt, please raise a question. Shruti, I'm not getting responses from you. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Things are clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone with an idea? Anyone? Santosh, any idea how to proceed? Even if it is wrong, it is fine because unless we try, how will we know? Just open your mouth and speak so that I'll understand how you're thinking.
Sir,
Yeah.
so I just tried like simplifying the whole thing, sir. Like substituting the values and then
Simplifying in the sense, what did you do?
so like
So f4 of x means in the place of k, you substituted 4 and then proceeded.
yes, sir.
Okay, if you do so, what will you get? 1 by 4 into sine power 4x plus cos power 4x. How did you handle it?
So the full expression I took it as like one thing, sir. Like it's given f4x minus f6x. So
Okay.
I took LCM and then I took the common like
Do
sine
you
power
think
4x is common.
are you able to solve in few steps or is it taking lengthy process?
So like I got it to a simplified expression, sir. Like it came to sine power 6x plus cos power 6x by 12.
You got it as sine power 6x plus. Okay, how are you planning to handle that sine power 6x plus cos power 6x? Again, I'm saying if the same problem is given as integral, what will you do? Or if it is given as dy by dx, what will you do? So you have to think in those terms, you'll get an idea. So okay, keeping that aside, how are you planning to handle sine power 6x plus cos power 6x? Rohan,
I Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
so what you did is a good process only. So first of all, tell me how did you handle that sine power 4x? Because you told me initially you had the sine power 4x plus cos power 4x. How did you eliminate it and come to an expression where you have only sine power 6x plus cos power 6x?
So like if you take the whole expression, you get 1 by 4 into sine power 4x plus cos power 4x minus 1 by 6
1 by
into
6
sine
into
power.
sine power 6x plus cos
Yes,
power
sir.
6x. Okay.
Yes, sir. So if you take LCM of 12,
Okay.
then you have to multiply by 3 and then multiply by 2 dash.
Okay. I'll do it. Okay.
So then you can take
Just a minute.
sine power
Whatever,
4x.
whatever you're saying, I'll write it on the paper. So you are trying to say 1 by 4 into sine power 4x plus cos power 4x plus 1 by 6 into sine power 6x plus cos power 6x. This is what you're trying to
Minus.
say?
Yes, sir. Minus.
In, oh, okay, f4 of x minus. Then,
So then take LCM of 12.
okay, LCM I've taken it as 12. Then,
So then you can like group the sine terms.
then this will become, if I'm not wrong, it is 3 power 4 sin x plus 3 power cos 4x. Sorry, 3 cos power 4x
Yes, sir.
minus, you will get 2 sin power 6x minus 2 cos power 6x. Am I right? Is this what you got?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then how did you, my question is, how did you eliminate this? This is what I'm
So
more
like
concerned about.
you can group the sine terms, sir. You can take sine power 4x common. Then you will get
Oh,
3.
you took it like that. Okay. Okay, you have taken sine power 4x common, then what will you get? You will get 3
minus 2 sine square.
minus 2 sine square x. Okay.
Then
Plus
you get
again,
plus
you
cos.
have taken 3 cos power 4x also common.
No, only cos power 4x common.
Okay, oh, sorry, I'm sorry. You have taken cos power 4x common.
Then it will be 3 minus 2 cos square x.
Okay. Now, how did you handle this?
So you can take sine square x as 1 minus.
You took sine square x as 1 minus cos square x. If you take that, then you will, this thing will become sine power. Okay, I'll take a new note and write. So you will have sine power 4x into 3 minus 2 sine square x plus cos power 4x into 3 minus 2 cos square x. This is what I have. You wanted to write sine square x as 1 minus cos square x. Correct? So if you write it like that, then this will become 3 minus 2 means it will become 1 plus 2 cos square x. This is what you will get.
Yes, sir.
Then how did you handle in this thinking? 3 cos square x. Okay, I've got this then. What else can we do? See, actually, I understand the manipulations you have made. Isn't there a simpler method than this?
Sir, like I wrote sine power 4x plus cos power 4x as sine square x plus cos square x the whole square
That's what you can do. You can think of algebraic parameters, right? You have gone for the concept of factorization. Rohan, I would say this is a better idea. See, whenever you have the combination of sine and cos with even powers, okay, I'm repeating it, with even powers, not with odd powers. When you have sine and cos with even powers, with a plus sign or a minus sign in between them, then you can either think of the formula, you can think of the completing the square method. Aditya, proceed.
So like I did the same thing with sine power 6x plus cos power 6x. I wrote
Okay.
as sine square x plus cos square x the whole cube minus 3 sine power 4x cos square x minus
Okay.
3 cos power 4x sine square x.
Okay.
So like
you can write it like
then
this:
I
a plus b the whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. You can make it like this also.
yes, sir. So
Did you
then
get
you
the
can
answer, by the way?
So 1 by 12.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So Aditya, what you told us, the method even which I did. Rohan, is it?
Sir, they gave x is real number.
Shyam.
They
Sorry,
gave
read
x is an element of R, sir.
Okay, x belongs to R.
So can
That
we
is the
just
domain. That is the domain, right? For sine and cos, the domain is real numbers. That's
sir,
right.
so can we just put x equal to 45? We'll get 1 by 12 within 5 seconds.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do a shortcut. That's right. Just a minute. Okay. So did you understand what he told? So you can do the substitution method also. So when you have the substitution method, you can just, since he has given the domain x belongs to R, you can substitute some known value. Whichever is a known value you want, you can take and substitute it. You will get the answer in few steps. See, but yeah, what Sham, what you told is right. But most of the time they will not suggest it, because if the same problem comes with a combination of some other chapter, no, you will get stuck.
Yes, sir. It's only.
Understand?
only
There you will get stuck. That is why I don't generally suggest it, but it's a good idea. For this problem, yes, it is right. So I followed the same procedure. I have completed sin square x plus cos square x equals square minus 2 sin square x cos square x. So the sin square x plus cos square x will be 1 minus this 2 sin square x cos square x. How will you handle it? You can multiply with another 2 and divide it with the 2. Right? Then this becomes 4 sin x cos x. Sorry, 4 sin square x cos square x. So it will become 2 sin x cos x the whole square. So that's why, so 2 sin x cos x is going to be sin 2x. So sin 2x square divided by 2. So this will be 1 by 4 minus 1 by 8 into sin square 2x. I taken it as equation number 1. Similarly, sin power 6x plus cos power 6x, you can apply the formula of a plus b the whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. So once you apply this, sin square x plus cos square x again will give you 1 minus 3 into sin square x cos square x, leave it as it is. So the sin square x plus cos square x will be 1 again. So again the same logic whatever I followed here, multiply and divide it with 4. So you'll get it as 3 by 4 into sin 2x the whole square. Again when you expand the expression, you will get something like this. You add both, you will get 1 by 4. Okay. So had the question been d by dx of fk of x, then the answer would have been 0. Had it been integral, then integral of fk of x according to this problem, then the answer would have been x by 12 plus. Right. So this is what we get. I hope it is clear. Right. So go to the next problem. So sixth one is the value of cos pi by 2 square into cos pi by 2 cube, so on till cos pi by 2 power 10 into sin pi by 2 power 10. Can someone tell me what is the answer for this? If any one of you know a shortcut also, you can tell me. If you learned the formula from somewhere.
So multiply and divide by 2. The
Okay.
last two terms will become sin 2 theta.
Okay, you are starting from the end. That's right. That's proceed and tell me. I'll give you 3 minutes time. See if you're able to solve it and tell me.
Is it 1 by 512?
That's right.
It can.
So if you have completed, see those who have completed, you can go to the next one. Those who are waiting for an explanation, you can let me know. So the idea is very simple. Whenever you have a combination of, yeah, Darun, tell me.
Sir?
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, we can multiply 2 power 9 by divide by 2 power 9.
So, but 2 power 9, okay,
You
2 power
can,
9 multiply, what are you going to do?
sir, you can make rest of the terms to sine pi by 2 only, sir.
No, with the 2 power 9, what are you going to do?
Sir, same thing, sir.
Yeah,
Multiply.
same thing only, but the 2 should be distributed to each term,
Yes,
right?
but overall 2 power 9 only.
Okay, overall, yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Overall is going to be 2 power 9 only. Okay, but you should be careful there. That is what I'm trying to project. What you told is right only. So obviously we know, right, wherever we have the combination of product of cos and sine with the same angle, what do? We generally multiply and divide it through. If you follow the same kind of procedure, what you get is you should proceed from the right hand side. So when you proceed from the right hand side, it is going to be like this. So the product of these two will become sine pi by 2 power 9. The term before that, this will be cos pi by 2 power 9. Again, here multiply and divide with 2, you will get it as 1 by 4 into sine pi by 2 power 8. So the denominator's power is going to keep reducing. So if you keep on doing like this, then you can stop with 1 divided by 512. Okay. So why you will get 1 divided by 512 is because you will get 1 divided by 2 power 9 into sine 2 power 9 into pi divided by 2 power 10 is what you will get. You will get something of this sort. Then this and this will get cancelled. You will get sine pi by 2. So sine pi by 2 is going to be 1. Okay, that is the logic. That is where you get the answer as 1 by 512. And there is a formula for this. Okay, there is also, so you can make a note of this also. So it is like this: cos 2 alpha, cos alpha into cos 2 alpha into cos 2 square alpha, so on till multiplied with till cos 2 power n minus 1 alpha, the whole multiplied with sine alpha. If you have only if you have sine alpha, you will get the answer. Okay, sine alpha. Then the formula is going to be sine of 2 power n into alpha divided by 2 power n into sine alpha. There is no big derivation for this. It's the same logic. Okay. Only thing is the sine alpha, you should start it from here. When you start it, you will multiply here with 2 and divide it with 2, then you will start proceeding. That is why if you look at the denominator, you have 2 power n. As simple as that. Okay, you can make a note of this formula.
Sir, can you repeat the formula?
You're able to see, oh sorry, I didn't show you. Huh? Sorry. Yeah. I thought I was sharing my screen. So you're able to see now?
Yeah.
Done? So you can go to the next one. Shruti, are you done?
Yes, sir.
Darun, you can mute yourself. Next. So shall we go to the next one? See. This is also a 2019 question only. For any value of theta that belongs to pi by 4 to pi by 2, the expression. So you have this expression. So what can you do with this? So they're asking you to simplify this expression. Actually, it is not a very tricky question or something. It's just a direct approach. If you ask me, except this third one, right? Every other problem, if you see, they are to the level of your NCERT. Right. So how to proceed? Seventh one. See, if you look at it, the middle term, it is easy to handle. So generally, sine theta plus cos theta whole square, you will use this concept in inverse trigonometry most of the time. But you will use it in a reverse process. Where do you use it? Can someone tell me that? In inverse trigonometry, the sine theta plus cos theta the whole square or sine theta minus cos theta the whole square is used when there is one common expression that is always used. See, what is 1 plus cos 2 theta? Cos 2 theta. Yeah, Shyam, tell me. Hello?
Sir, hello.
Yeah, you tell me. I asked what is it? Is 2 cos square theta, right? Similarly, do you have a formula for 1 plus sine 2 theta? See, if you see 1 plus sine 2 theta, what are all the forms you can think? See, because this idea I'm sharing it for inverse trigonometry based problems. So when you have 1 plus sine 2 theta, what is it how is that we can write it as?
Sir, it's sine square theta plus cos square theta plus 2 sine theta.
That's
So
what I
a plus
wanted.
b whole square.
That's what I want to convey. So wherever you see this kind of an expression, it is actually 1 plus sine 2 theta. Okay. So because I know by expanding a plus b the whole square, you are obviously going to get this. But the reverse process also I wanted to put it in your mind. So 1 plus sine 2 theta is what this expression is going to be. How will you handle the sine theta minus cos theta the whole power 4? What can we do to it? Can we use binomial expansion? Do we need to use it just because it's a big power? Guys, please speak. How to handle it? Sine theta minus cos theta whole power 4. You just tell me the idea. You need not sit and solve everything. You tell me after you get the answer. You just share ideas so that even you will have many ideas clubbed together, right? So just unmute and start speaking if you know something. If you get some idea in your mind.
Sir, we can just expand it. Sir.
Expand how? Do you want to apply this binomial theorem and expand it 4c1, 4c0?
We can do that, or we can square it once. Sine square and cos square. will
That's a
become
better option, right? So whenever you have trigonometry, you square it twice, that's it. So when you square it twice, you will have sine theta minus cos theta the whole square of it. So sine theta minus cos theta the whole square is going to be what? You can directly tell it in one step. So what is it going to be? 1 minus?
2 sine theta.
Right, 2 sine theta.
Yes, sir.
1 minus sine 2 theta.
Yeah, 2 sine theta cos theta. That's what I
2 sine theta. So it is 1 minus 2 sine 2 theta. So it is going to be 1 minus sine 2 theta the whole square. Again, square it, you will get an expression, right? So now this time what will happen is when you are squaring this sine 2 theta, you will get sine square 2 theta. That will become 4 sine square theta cos square theta. So with that you can proceed with the simplification. So that is the way you have to approach. There is no other alternate for this. So you're going to have 3 sine theta. So this is going to be the case, right? So I've applied the same logic. Sine theta minus cos theta the whole square is 1 minus sine 2 theta. Again, one square is left out, plus 6 into, this is going to be 1 plus sine 2 theta. I told you why it is so. Plus 4 into sine power 6 theta. Okay, 3 into, again expanding it, applying the a minus b formula, you will have 1 plus sine square 2 theta minus 2 sine 2 theta. This will become 6 plus 6 sine 2 theta plus 4. Since most of the expressions are in terms of sine, I wanted to reduce this 6. So if you want to reduce this 6, only option is square power 3. So that is why I wrote it as sine square theta the whole cube. So sine square can be written as 1 minus cos square theta. After that, if you proceed, 6 sine 2 theta and 6 sine 2 theta will get cancelled. So 1 minus cos square 2 theta, I have applied a minus b the whole cube formula, which is a cube minus b cube minus 3a square. A square b plus 3ab square. Okay, so that's what I have applied. Then when you do the further simplification, we'll get the answer as 13 minus 4 cos power 6 theta. That's all. I hope the idea is understood. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me, Rohan.
sir, like to save time, can we like do it in like a simpler method?
Simple, no? You are going to substitute the values and see.
No, sir, like you can like in all the options there's 13, sir.
Okay.
So in all the coefficients like 3, 6, and 4, you need to add them. So 3 plus 6 plus 4 is 13.
Okay.
So if you want to get like in the 4 part, if you want to get 1, then you have to write 1 minus cos power 6 theta.
Which one? Okay, you are talking about the 4 sine power 6 theta.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So that's the only way we can get like plus 4. So the answer will obviously be D.
Okay, but how do you know this cos square theta and 6 sine square theta cos square theta will get cancelled? Because if you look at the options,
Yes, sir.
so how will you know that these things will get eliminated? See, shortcut means, if you want to tell a shortcut, I would suggest you take any value between pi by 4 to pi by 2 and substitute and see, that's all. That is going to be the shortcut. But I have not tried it and seen it. See, generally what they do is, they might give you 2 different options where you will get the same answer also. I'm not sure. So if you get the same answer, you will get stuck again. So, but that you can try it. Okay, you can try it. If you get the answer, let me know. So 8th is an easy one. 8th is an easy one. It is the level of NCERT only again. Tan A divided by 1 minus cot A plus cot A divided by 1 minus tan A. How can you write it in the simplified form? As simple as that. Here nothing spoken about A. So if you look at all the options, they are either in terms of sine and cos or secant and cosecant. So that clearly tells you that you need to convert tan and cot in terms of sine and cos and then proceed. So this give you 2 minutes time. Can you tell me? Anyone? Anyone was completed?
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, we can convert every term into tan, sir.
Okay, do it. What is it you got?
I got secant A into cosecant A plus 1.
I don't remember the answer. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You can convert it to tan also. So you can write cot A as 1 by tan A and then proceed. That's right. This is a simple one actually. Anyways, I'm showing you the answer. This doesn't need much time to solve. So I've done it as so like how he has told. You can write it as you can convert cot A in terms of tan A and then proceed, or else what I did is I did it as sin A by cos A. Then I converted everything in terms of sin A and cos A. Then you will have sin A minus cos A here. Here you will have cos A minus sin A. Okay. So the cos A minus sin A, when I take, the sign will get reversed. Here you have a plus sign. Here it will get reversed. So
Sir,
this will
can you
go.
share the screen?
Oh, sorry. So I've written it as sin. 1 minute. So I've written it as sin A by cos A, and this I've written it as cos A by sin A. So you'll have sin A minus cos A. The sin A will go to the numerator. It becomes sin square. Sin square divided by cos A. This cos A by sin A. This cos A will go to the numerator. It will become cos A minus sin A. So this part will be this cos A minus sin A. If you take sin A minus cos A outside, then this will become a minus. Right? After that, things are simple. Then you will have 1 by sin A minus cos A into, if you take the LCM, it is sin cube A minus cos cube A divided by sin A into cos A. But what is A cube minus B cube? A cube minus B cube is A minus B. So A cube minus B cube is A minus B into A square plus AB plus B square. So when you do this, sin A minus cos A will come out common, so that sin A minus cos A gets cancelled. You will be left out with sin square A plus cos square A plus sin A cos A. This is going to be 1. So 1 plus sin A cos A divided by sin A cos A. Splitting sin A cos A to each term. 1 by sin A is cosecant A, 1 by cos A is secant A plus sin A by sin A. Sin A cos A by sin A cos A is 1. That's all. It's simple. I hope no doubt in this. And I found this 10th one to be a good problem. Okay. So you can do the 10th one. Just tell me how to solve. This is a 1 mark question which was asked in 2004. Means it should be less than 2 steps.
Sir, it's the answer is pi by 2 comma 2 pi by 3.
How did you get?
Sir, sin theta is equal to 1 by 2, right, sir? So it is theta is pi by 6.
Okay.
Then, since these both are acute angles,
Okay.
then I told 0 less than 1 by 3 less than 1 by 2.
But you don't have an option like that, no? You told pi by 2 to 2 pi by 3, yeah?
Yes, sir. Pi by 2 comma 2 pi by 3.
Okay. Then how did you handle this cos phi?
Yeah, sir. That I wrote it as 0 less than 1 by 3 less than 1 by 2.
Okay.
Then
So
cos pi by 2
is equal to 1 by 3. It is less than 1 by 2 is what you wrote. But it is
Yes,
obviously
sir.
greater than 0. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then phi value
Then
will be
cos pi by 2 less than cos pi less than cos pi by 3.
okay. Then phi value 1 minute. So when phi is greater than 0 less than half, sorry, cos phi is greater than 0 and less than half, what will be the range of phi? This is where you need to be careful. Can you tell me again, Darun?
Sir?
Can you see, you have written, okay, I'm showing the expression, you are able to see the screen, right? Cos phi is greater than 0, less than half term. Then what can you say
Yes, sir.
about phi is what I'm concerned about. What can you say about phi?
Sir, I converted rest things to cos, sir.
Okay, then you wrote it as cos 0 less than cos phi is
Ah,
less
sir, I
than,
got it, sir. Pi by 3 less than pi by 2.
why is it so? So if that is the case,
I made
this should be cos 0, this should be cos phi, this should be cos pi by 3, right? If that is, so this should be cos pi by 2. Right, but what are you trying to say? This is less than pi by 2 and greater than pi by 3. Huh? Is that what
Right,
you're trying to
sir.
say? How? There is something to do with the property of cos. Can someone crack it? It's a very simple logic. Can someone tell me the range of phi alone? Cos phi is less than half, greater than 0. Then what is the range of phi? So which value of cos is half?
Sir, then pi by 3 less than pi by 2.
So according to your this thing, this should have been the right thing, no?
Yeah.
But is this the way things are going to be? Can someone correct me? I'm saying that this step is wrong. And that's a one word answer. If someone can think of the logic and tell me why I'm doing this.
Sir, cos is an acute angle.
Cos is acute angle.
Acute angle.
No, that's not the reason. See, what property does cos function follow? If you look at the graph of cos, how is it actually? It is like this. Right. Means between 0 to pi by 2, my question is it an increasing function or decreasing function?
Decreasing.
It is a decreasing function. So decreasing meaning another. When the value of angle is increasing, the value of the cos value will decrease. So if that should happen, if that kind of a thing is happening, it is so when you're handling this kind of a function in inequality, it is similar to handling a minus sign. Okay, see, for example, x is greater than 1, less than 2. When you multiply with minus sign, what happens? Minus 1 is greater than minus x is greater than minus 2. You just reverse the inequality, right? Similar is the case where you are dealing with decreasing function. So in this particular question, they are testing only the concept of decreasing function. That is why it is taking this much time. I hope I'm clear.
Yes, sir.
Right. So if you look at it, as I told you, it is only one step. So theta is equal to pi by 6. This is a fixed value. But what happens with cos phi is greater than 0, less than half. But what happens is phi will be between pi by 3 to pi by 2. If you directly, it's because cos 0 is going to be pi by 2. If you write pi by 2 here and pi by 3 here, then things will go wrong. Now if you add both, pi by 3 plus pi by 6 is going to be pi by 2. And pi by 6 plus pi by 2 will be equal to 2 pi by 3. That is the answer, pi by 2 to 2 pi by 3, as simple as that. Clear? So here the point which you are supposed to notice, cos is a decreasing function. From where to where? Is it decreasing function everywhere? Is it monotonically decreasing?
0 to pi by 2.
Is it only 0 to pi by 2?
It's a periodic function, so it will increase and decrease. Initially,
Correct. But my question is, I'm saying for now 0 to 2 pi you tell me where all it is decreasing, where all is it increasing. Tell me split the range and tell me. If I give it as 0 to 2 pi, the graph is in front of your eyes.
Sir, 0 to pi by 2. No, 0. 1 second.
0 to the graph. You're able to see Shamuli, right?
Sir.
You're able to see the graph, right? See, this value is pi by 2, man. This is going to be pi. From
Yes, sir.
0 to pi, it is
0 to pi
decreasing.
it's decreasing.
From pi to 2 pi, it will be increasing. Since according to this question, this is falling in the first quadrant, there it is going to be a decreasing function. That is what I'm trying to say. Had the same question been minus 1 by 3, can you people tell me what would have been the value of theta plus pi? It will be slightly complicated because we need to talk about we need to know which quadrant he is trying to speak about. Okay, let's break it as quadrants now. If I take it as
Second
plus
or
and
third?
minus, it will be second or third. That is where you will not get a clarity. Okay. But anyways, in the question he has given them to be acute angles. So if at all they are giving it as minus 1 by 3, what should be given in the question? Or else data would be insufficient. They need to speak about the quadrant he is trying to mention. Okay, so that's where you need to be very careful with this particular point. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Sir,
Darun, tell me.
sir, why are we adding pi by 6 plus pi by 2, sir, in the inequality?
Because he's asking theta plus phi, no? He's asking the range of theta plus phi. He's not asking the range of phi alone. Look at the question. Then the value of theta plus phi. Okay. Now can we proceed? So 14th one is very simple, man. You don't need my help at all. You can just do it in few steps and it's just direct NCERT question. The problems which were asked in 1980s are now in your NCERT textbook. So how to do 14th? So sine 3 pi by 2 minus alpha, which quadrant is it? Assuming alpha to be an acute, 3 pi by 2 minus alpha is going to be in which quadrant?
Third quadrant.
Third quadrant, right? Third quadrant means sine 3 pi by 2 minus alpha is going to give you minus cos alpha, right? But minus cos alpha you have a power 4, so it is going to be cos power 4 alpha, right? So sine 3 pi plus alpha, now what is going to happen? 3 pi plus alpha, now which quadrant is it? 2 pi is going to be one complete rotation.
Third quadrant.
It is again third quadrant. So sine of 3 pi plus alpha is going to give you, forget about the 4, I'm just concerned about what is the value of sine 3 pi plus alpha.
You mean
Minus.
negative, but since power 4, so it will be positive.
Minus
Again,
sine alpha.
it is minus sine alpha. Since again the power is going to be 4, it is going to be sine power 4 alpha. So what will you get? You will get 3 cos power 4 alpha plus sine power 4 alpha minus 2 into the same logic here. Sine pi by 2 plus alpha is going to be second quadrant. Second quadrant means sine pi by 2 will become cos, complementary function.
Yeah,
So will it
minus,
be plus cos alpha or minus cos alpha?
minus.
It is plus. Well, see, this is the mistake we do because we think that we are writing it as cos alpha. It is second quadrant. We take it as minus sign. It is not with respect to that. It is with respect to the base function. See, I'll suggest you one thing. If at all you have this kind of a confusion, okay, suddenly this doubt arises, then what you can do is apply sin A plus B formula immediately and check it off. You get the answer in single step. Sin pi by 2 plus alpha means pi by 2 is taken as A, alpha is taken as B. Apply and see, you get the answer. Similarly, 5 pi minus alpha, what is it? Which quadrant is it? 5 pi minus alpha is
Second quadrant.
second. 2 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi is here. Sorry,
Third
5 pi is here. I'm sorry. 2 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi. Okay, I'm right. Sorry, you're right. So it's second quadrant. Science. So again the same thing.
Yes. Constant.
Right. So now you know how to handle cos power 4 alpha plus sin power 4 alpha and cos power 6 alpha plus sin power 6 alpha. This idea we have already discussed. Same logic and finish it off. Okay. So this problem you can do it on your own. So answer for this problem is 1. That is option B. Similar is the case with the 15th also. 15th also you people can do it. 1 plus cos pi by 8 means you can write it as 2 cos square theta. 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta. In that format you can finish it off or apply the half angle formula 2 cos square theta by 2 and then proceed. Now how to do the 16th one? I'm more concerned about when they ask you these kind of ranges. Those where you need to be careful. Yeah, tell me.
So you can write cos power 4 theta as cos square theta into cos square theta.
Okay.
Then you can take 1 cos square theta as 1 minus sin square theta and then
Okay.
multiply. Then you'll get
Okay.
sin square theta plus cos square theta, so it'll be 1 minus sin square theta plus cos square theta.
1 minute. So you have 1 minus sin square theta the whole square. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So you have 1 plus sin power 4 theta minus 2 sin square theta. You already have 1 sin square theta. You already have 1 sin square theta. I hope you are able to understand what I have written. Rohan, are you clear with what I wrote?
Yes, sir.
Then after this, what are you supposed to do? Just write down whatever you are saying. So it is going to be sin square theta plus cos power 4 theta. So sin square theta plus cos power 4 is 1 minus sin square theta, the whole square. So sin square theta plus 1 plus sin power 4 theta minus 2 sin square theta. Right.
So actually, you don't need to do that because you can write like you can take one like cos square theta, let it be like you have 2 cos square theta, right, sir?
Where are you saying? I'm
Right.
just following your steps.
Yes, sir.
Just
Like the
I'm
cos power 4. Yes, sir. I did like cos power 4 theta. You can write it as cos square theta into cos square theta. Like I didn't take the square. I just
Okay,
took
sin
1
square
cos
theta plus cos square theta
into 1
cos
minus
square.
sin square. Yeah,
So
into
this one
that.
you wrote it as 1 minus sin square theta. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so you get sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1.
Sin square theta. How you get? Okay, sin square theta plus cos square theta minus.
Sin square theta cos square theta.
Okay.
So
Then,
that is 1 minus sin square theta cos square theta.
how will you find the range for this?
So you can take the range of sin theta cos theta.
Okay.
So then square the range and then subtract and then take the negative of it and add 1.
You tell me, what should I take? Sin theta into cos theta.
You should find
So
the
in
range.
a edu the range full. Sin theta into cos theta. What is going to be the range of it?
So it's less than or equal to 1 by 2.
Less than or equal to 1 by 2, and greater than or equal to.
Greater or equal to I'm still doing it.
Okay.
I forgot that value.
But how did you know that it is going to be 1 by 2? You பண்ண correct தான்டா. Can you come up with a better logic? If I see, when you have the concept of product of sine and cos, no product of two trigonometric functions, how are you going to find it? How
So
are
we
you
can take 1 by 2 sin 2 theta.
It is 1 by 2 sin 2 theta. But enna sin 2 theta by 2 na, it is easy for us to find the range. Rohan, you're able to get it?
Yes, sir.
So multiply and divide it with 2. Sin 2 theta by 2 will be greater than or equal to half. Sorry, greater than or equal to minus half and less than or equal to half. Enna, if the denominator was not there, the range of sin is going to be between minus 1 to 1. So dividing with 2 on both the sides, minus half will be 4. Okay, wow? Now you can take the square of it. So when you take the square on both the sides, what will you get? Then this will
1 by
become 0 less than or equal to sine square 2 theta divided by 4 is greater than or equal to 1 by 4. But what is that you need? So you need to do the manipulations. Economic table. Just proceed with your
So
thing.
1 minus.
So 1 minus, like see here it is, we need the range for this because this is what is A according to the simplification what we did. Correct? But in general, I have a 4. I need to eliminate that 4. I'll just show you. See, this idea is right only. You just need to think about it. But what I did is the same logic, but I tried to use the completing the square method. So sine power 4 theta minus sine square theta plus 1 I have. So what I did is I took the sine power 4 theta and sine square theta. See. Look at this. I followed the same procedure. Sine square theta, I wrote cos square theta as 1 minus sine square theta, the whole square. So I got it as 1 plus sine power 4 theta minus 2 sine square theta. Right? So this sine square theta and minus 2 sine square theta combined together will give me minus sine square theta. Now what can you do to this particular step? Now if you observe this, I'm taking these two terms of sine and applying the completing the square method. You know how to do it, right? Everyone is clear about it? So what you're supposed to do is I took the square root of this, that is sine square theta, minus multiply this thing with half the value. So minus half, if I take the whole square of it, what is that you're going to get? Sine power 4 theta. Did I make some mistake here? No, it's right. Yeah, I got it. So it is going to be sine square theta minus half the whole square. You already have a plus 1 minus, you need to do the square of this value for completing the square. That is why you got 1 by 4. So 1 minus 1 by 4 is going to be 3 by 4. Now if you observe, this is going to be a perfect square. So the perfect square is always positive. Right. So what I did is, we know that sine square, see, sine theta is going to lie between minus 1 to 1. Sine square will lie between 0 to 1. Right. Then sine square theta minus half will lie between 0 to half. Then the square of it will lie between 0 to 1 by 4. Then if I add 3 by 4 on both the sides, that is what is going to be A. So when I add 3 by 4 on both the sides, you'll get it is between 3 by 4 and 1. That's the required answer. So what option is there? So 3 by 4 and 1. So option B is the right answer. So is it clear, or is there any clarification that is needed? You understood how to handle this kind of a... Okay. Others are able to understand how to handle these kind of inequalities? Okay. Let's see. So we'll go to the next problem. That is the 18th one. So look at the 18th one. F is a function mapped from minus 1 to 1 to R such that f of cos 4 theta is equal to 2 divided by 2 minus secant square theta for theta belonging to 0 to pi by 4 and pi by union pi by 4 to pi by 2. Then the value of f1 by 3 is for R. So I'll directly explain this problem. So f of cos 4 theta is given as 2 divided by 2 minus secant square theta. So he's asking the value of f of 1 by 3. So f of, see, this 1 by 3 is not replacing x or theta, it is replacing cos 4 theta. Okay, so there is a problem based on trigonometric equations. I'll show you how to solve it. So it is given f of cos 4 theta is equal to 2 divided by 2 minus secant square theta, right? Now what we can
Sir,
do
can you
is,
start the screen?
oh sorry. So f of cos 4 theta is equal to 2 divided by 2 minus secant square theta. So theta belongs to this value is given in the question itself. He is asking what is f of 1 by 3. So f of 1 by 3 means it is replacing cos 4 theta. So when I take cos 4 theta is equal to 1 by 3, then we are going to apply the simplification process. We know that cos 2 theta is going to be 2 cos square theta minus 1. Right. So I got it as 2 cos square 2 theta minus 1 is equal to 1 by 3. So 2 cos square 2 theta will be equal to 4 by 3. Then cos square 2 theta will be equal to 2 by 3. Then what is the value of cos 2 theta? Cos 2 theta will be equal to plus or minus root of 2 by 3. Is there any doubt till this step? Are you all clear till this step? Okay. Now, what is it we need to find? We need to find the value of f of 1 by 3, right? For that, if you observe, see, this 2 divided by 2 minus secant square theta, if you try to simplify it, I wrote secant square theta as 1 by cos square theta. Then it will become 2 cos square theta divided by 2 cos square theta minus 1 after you take the LCM. If you want me, I'll write and show 2 minus 2 divided by cos square theta. So 2 cos square theta, this will go to the numerator. It will be 2 cos square theta divided by 2 cos square theta minus 1. So 2 cos square theta divided by, what is 2 cos square theta minus 1? That is nothing but cos 2 theta. Right. But we have already found the value of cos 2 theta, which is plus or minus root of 2 by 3. Your work is only to substitute it here. So once you substitute the value, you will get the answer as 1 plus or minus root 3 by 2. That's it. As simple as that. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Good. So as I told you, you need not sit and copy it. Try the next problem. So how to do the 19th one? So theta is again acute, it belongs to the first quadrant. He's asking the solution or solutions of sigma m is equal to 1 to 6 cosecant theta plus m minus 1 pi by 4 into cosecant theta plus m pi by 4 is equal to 4 root. See, mark this as an important one. There's a good one. See, initially what I started doing is, I'll tell you what is the mistake I did. I couldn't proceed with that. So when I substituted m is equal to 1 and I started proceeding, so generally when you substitute m is equal to 1, then you will get it as cosecant theta plus pi by 4 into cosecant theta plus pi by 4. Plus what will you get again? You will get cosecant, when you substitute m is equal to 2, you will get cosecant theta plus pi by 4 cosecant theta plus 2 pi by 4. Now when you substitute m is equal to 3, you will get cosecant theta plus 2 pi by 4 cosecant theta plus 3 pi by 4. It keeps on going like this.
Sir?
Okay.
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, if we substitute m is equal to 1, then it will be cosecant theta and the cosecant theta plus pi by 4.
Okay. Yeah. So cosecant theta into cosecant theta plus pi by 4 plus it kept on going like this. Okay. It is difficult for us to handle this kind of a scenario because it is cosecant into cosecant. It's not even sine into sine where we can apply the concept of multiplication and division by 2. So what we can do with respect to this problem is convert cosecant in terms of sine. Okay, so I'll just give you the idea. I've not solved it completely. I'll just give you the idea. So what you can do here is sigma m is equal to 1 to n. This can be written as 1 by sine of theta plus m minus 1 into pi by 4 into sine of theta plus m pi by 4. Okay. So if you observe this particular parameter m minus 1 pi by 4 and m pi by 4, what is the difference between m minus 1 and m? I'm asking about difference. So difference is
Pi by 4. Pi by 4.
the m minus 1 and m, it is going to be 1. Difference is 1. So what you can do is, if you are able to bring that sine pi by 4 in the numerator, I'll tell you. And I'm compensating with pi by 4 in the denominator, sine pi by 4. Now see what we can do to this. Okay. So sine pi by 4, can I write it like this? Observe, theta plus m pi by 4 minus of theta plus m minus 1 into pi by 4. So observe this step. So what I did is, I added theta, subtracted theta. This m pi by 4 and m minus 1 pi by 4, if you try to simplify, as the difference between m and m minus 1 is going to be 1, this whole expression is going to be pi by 4. Okay. So this whole thing divided by sine pi by 4 into, I'll tell you the reason why we need to write it like this also, why we need to think also. Sine of theta plus m minus 1 into pi by 4, sine of theta plus m pi by 4. So once you do this, no, if you treat this thing as a single angle, I'll change the color and show you. If you treat this part as a single angle and this part as another angle, then what you will have is, this will be A, this will be B, then it will be of the form sine A minus B formula. So then you apply sine A minus B formula, some parameters from the denominator will cancel it. Okay. So after they get cancelled, once you start substituting the value of sigma m is equal to 1 to 6, things become simple. Can you people try this and tell me? So I'll just give you 5 minutes time. Just try and tell me. With this problem, we'll stop. Did anyone solve? Or at least tell me once you apply this formula and you try to simplify, what is it you got?
Sir, I got the denominator term to be 1 by root 2, sir.
Denominator will be obviously 1 by root 2 because sin pi by 4 is there. The numerator, did you apply that formula sin theta plus m pi by 4 minus into cos?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
Then what did you get?
So it will come
I got in terms of cot, sir.
Yeah.
That's right. You will get it in terms of cot. Yes, that's right. So what is it you got? Cot,
Sir.
cot theta.
Cot E minus cot.
Yeah, you will get. Yeah, if I'm not wrong, you will get something like cot of theta plus m minus 1 pi by 4
minus cot theta plus m pi.
minus cot theta plus m pi by 4.
Yes, sir.
Because the complementary parts will get cancelled, the opposite parts will get cancelled.
Yes, sir. Same.
So you got that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you get cot theta. Then how did you proceed?
Sir, after this, you can apply a cot A minus cot B formula.
That's what you're supposed to do. You have to apply the cot of a minus b formula. So actually you will get let's try out. So you got this thing cot of theta minus cot of theta plus m pi by 4. Is this what you people got?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now for this you substitute sigma m is equal to 1 to 6. This cot theta things will get cancelled. You will get cot theta plus pi by 4 minus cot theta plus 2 pi by 4 minus cot theta plus 3 pi by 4. See, cot theta plus 3 pi by 4 can be 3 pi by 4 can be written as pi minus pi by 4. Am I right?
Yes.
So if you do all those things, certain parameters will get cancelled.
Only
Then you
two.
will have minus cot of theta plus 4 pi by 4 minus cot theta plus 5 pi by 4 minus cot theta plus 6 pi by 4. So when you do all those things, so 6 pi by 4 will be 3 pi by 2, this will be pi by 2, minus cot pi by 2 plus theta is going to be minus tan theta. So if you do all those things, certain parameters will get cancelled and the denominator has 1 by root 2 present in it. This will be, this is already given as 4 root 2, correct? So this is given as 4 root 2. When this goes to the other side, you will have cot theta minus whatever is getting cancelled is equal to 4 root 2 into 1 by root 2. So root 2 and root 2 will get cancelled. So once they get cancelled,
Sir, the answer 0, pi by 2.
I don't know answer, I'm not sure.
Sir, that's tan theta, sir.
Which one?
It will come the cot theta minus in that bracket will come.
Here,
Yes, sir. No,
it is
sir.
cot only, no?
No, sir. After simplification, it will come 3 pi by 2 plus theta. Cot of.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It will
So
come
you're telling the final expression of cot theta,
plus tan
cot
theta.
theta
Minus
plus
of
tan theta.
Yes. Minus
Okay,
of-
you will get cot theta plus tan theta is equal to 4. Am I right?
Yes.
This is what
Yes,
you're
sir.
saying? Okay, cot
Yes, sir.
theta, then you can write it as 1 by tan theta. This will be tan theta. This will be equal to 4. So 1 plus tan square theta minus 4 tan theta is equal to 0. So you will have tan square theta minus 4 tan theta plus 1 is equal to 0. So what is it you're getting? How to simplify this? This is going to be tan theta. You cannot directly simplify also.
Sir, I made it this way, sir.
Minus
Sir,
b plus
tan theta minus 2 whole square minus 3, sir.
Yes, sir. You can do like that.
Completing square root.
Okay. Tan theta minus
Tan-
2 the whole square plus 1
Minus
minus
3 equal. Yeah.
53 or 1 minus 4 left.
Total terms, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
minus
So tan theta minus 2 the whole square minus 3 equal to 0. So tan theta minus 2 will be equal, the whole square will be equal to 3. So tan theta is equal to plus or minus root 3 plus 2. So tan theta is equal to 2 plus or minus root 3. You need to check what value this is. So what are the options that are there? I think this 5 by 12. 5 by 12 and 5 by 12 I think we'll get. So I think these two are the answer. I'll check and I'll message you. Okay. So, but I hope the concept is clear. You understood how to think when you have this kind of a problem. Right. It's not like you're exactly going to get the same problem, but if you get a similar problem, you should be able to handle it. Are you guys confident with it?
yes sir.
Let's go. So there are, so the problems which we couldn't do are 20, and I want you people to try 21 also. Okay, from this worksheet, you have to stop with that. Don't do anything outside this. I'll be sending a DPP. I'll send a formula sheet also. So with that reference, you can try out the problems which are there in the daily practice paper, which I'm going to send after the class. Okay. So I'll see you all at 9:45 again. Okay. So this session I'm logging off. So I'll send you the ID for the physics class also. We'll meet at 9:45.